Okay guys, I am going to make my fried potatoes. So I normally would do it in a cast iron skillet, but I'm tired today, so I'm just using a basic electric skillet. Look who's coming, knowing I'm cooking. So the things you'll need, I have some cleaned sliced potatoes, full onion, a hot skillet. Now, my mother and my grandmother taught me kind of some Southern style cooking. That's all I know. So this right here is called liquid gold, which is bacon grease. Save your bacon grease. It's a good fat to have for you to cook in. Pepper, onion salt, regular salt, and again I use cayenne pepper in just about everything. So usually what I will do is if I've cooked some bacon, I'll just go ahead and leave the grease in the skillet and use that. But I didn't cook any bacon today. I'm getting ready to make some sausage gravy, and so I'll show you guys how I make that as well. So I'm going to put a nice amount of bacon grease in there. Turn up the heat and get that all melted and hot. Oops. And the first thing you want to do is cook your onions. You don't want to cook them fully, but you want to get them to release and sweat and get some good flavor in there. So I'm just getting my obviously, if you use regular oil, you can, but I use the bacon grease because, boy, it's going to release such a good flavor in the potatoes and in the onions, and so that's why we use it. As you can see, I save my bacon grease. Yummy. I bought this cute little thing, holds it, bacon drippings. So, again, this is quick and easy, nothing special, nothing fancy. As you can see, they're starting to cook up. I'm going to put the lid on it, let them cook a little bit, and I will come back. So you guys, you can hear the onions cooking, and oh my God, the smell is just amazing with the bacon grease and the onions. So make sure when you take the lid off, it's going to pop a little bit, so just always kind of do it to the right there. Look at that. Oh, they're starting to caramelize a little bit. So good. Yummy. The funny thing is I don't like the crunch of onions, but I like the flavor of onions. I know it's weird. Normally when I'm cooking my fried potatoes, I will put 3 different types of peppers in there as well. Cut up red peppers. Actually 4. I'll do green peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers, and red peppers. But I'm out today because I haven't really went to the grocery. So that being said, we've got the onions cooked, the bacon grease, and now I'm just going to add my potatoes. And I go ahead and season them before I start turning them around. Again, a nice good amount of salt. Pepper, I like a lot of pepper. A lot of spice, a lot of pepper. Obviously, I'm going to add more as it's cooking, but this will get things going. And then I put onion salt, a generous amount of that, and as always, a little bit of cayenne pepper. And I'm going to, obviously, as you can see, what I'm trying to do is get some of the bacon grease on all of the potatoes, so they will cook evenly and good. So easy peasy. So now I'm just going to put the lid on and let them cook a little bit. And I have it on high. Yummy. So checking in, it's been about 5 minutes or so. You can hear the potatoes cooking. Yummy. Look at that. So you just want to continue to turn them. This is a great way for them to fry up evenly, for the potatoes to get some of the onion and the bacon grease flavor. As you can see, the bacon grease has been absorbed into the potatoes. So, yeah, yummy. So now I'm going to start my sausage gravy. So I'm going to make some sausage gravy. What you're going to need is obviously a nice skillet. I usually don't use a cast iron for this because it can stick a little bit. So just a regular skillet. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on like a medium high. You'll want some basic oil, or you can use olive oil. You're going to need some flour, pepper. I like my sausage gravy spicy, so cayenne pepper, salt. And I try to buy the spicy sausage, but today, again, I haven't been to the grocery. All I had was some Bob Evans regular sausage, so I will make it good and spicy. So you'll want to make sure that you put a nice amount of oil at the bottom, because what's going to happen is you're going to eventually need to thicken this with flour. So, come on now. So I don't want it to splatter. I don't want it to splatter. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So you will want to, like I said, put a generous amount at the bottom, as you can see. And we're now going to start cooking this sausage. What I try to do is I try to kind of do this as I'm cooking, because some people like big chunks of sausage in their gravy. I prefer smaller pieces, so I will continue to break this up as it is cooking. I go ahead and season the meat while it's cooking. Lots of pepper, lots of pepper, lots of pepper. I like flavor in everything that I cook. And salt. Yes, I use the big old thing of salt because I just do. I'm tired of shaking the little shaker. I do have little shakers, but... And then cayenne pepper. Spicy. Yummy. So I'm going to let this cook for a little bit. So let's check in on the potatoes. Look at that. So I've added a little bit more pepper, a little bit more onion salt. As you can see, the potatoes are cooking nice and evenly. I've reduced the heat a little bit to like a medium. And you'll want to cook the potatoes until they're nice and soft. That was a thick one. I'm going to move it over there. But you could tell they're starting to get soft. See that one, thin one breaking? But you've got a thicker one here that's not so much. So we're going to give it a little bit more. Okay guys, I believe my potatoes are done. Look at that. Yummy. Oh, look at the nice crisp on some of them. As you can see, they absorbed all of that bacon grease. It's not going to be too oily, greasy. It's going to be nice and flavorful. So I always put them in this type of bowl because it keeps nice heat. So you'll want to put them in a bowl. Look who thinks they're going to be getting some. Nope. No taters for you. And voila. There's my fried potatoes. I'll serve them up with my sausage gravy here in just a moment. Wish you guys could smell this. Can you see the steam? Yummy. So let's check the sausage. As you can see, it's starting to cook up really well. The thing with sausage is, for me, I like to cook it a little crispy. I never want the sausage to be undercooked. That is a quick way for you to get sick. So it's okay. I like mine to be done a little extra. So just about 2 more minutes. Okay, chicken back to my sausage. So as you guys can see, the sausage is good and brown and crispy. And we've got good oil down there, and it's splattered everywhere, but I'll clean it up. But we'll want that to absorb the flour. The flour is going to be your thickening component. So now I'm getting ready to add the flour. This is where your patience really comes in. Kind of, you got to add the flour. I usually put enough that I think is going to take up all that. Turn the heat down just a little bit to pick up all the grease. So as you can see, it's going to be your thickening component. You want it to thicken up good, because that's going to make your gravy. So I'm going to add just a little bit more, because I can still see some grease bubbling here. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. So kind of making my own roux here. While that's doing that, I always add a little bit more salt, pepper, and good old cayenne. So you guys see it thickening there? See that thick? That's the roux. You want that good and thick. One of the tricks my mother taught me was evaporated milk. So I use evaporated milk initially to really get that good thickness. So as you can see, I'm adding that, and it's going to start to thicken up. One little small can. You can actually feel it already thickening. And you can kind of see it too. See it thickening? Even thickening here in the middle. So that's where you want to go ahead and add some traditional milk. That's going to slow down the cooking a little bit because it's cold. So this is where you'll want to make sure you get it good and stirred up, because you want that flour and that roux to thicken up the gravy. So I'm going to stir this all up and wait patiently and turn the heat down to about a medium low. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to thicken up. Usually on the sides a little bit more. So I'm just kind of bringing everything to the middle, slowly allowing it just to thicken up. As you can see, yummy. Not quite, but you don't want it bubbling. That's going to scorch it at the bottom. You just have to be patient and let that roux thicken up on its own. As you can see, like the consistency right now. So it's starting to, again, I have it on about a medium low, starting to thicken up. I can feel it here in the middle. I want to bring everything to the center. As I was letting this thicken up, I'm cleaning my kitchen. It's important that you have a clean work area, so I cook and clean as I go. So I'm turning it off. It's really getting thick. I'm taking it off the heat. So now, as you can see, the consistency is getting nice and thicker. And it will as it sits here. See that? That's good and thick. So I transferred it also to a metal bowl. It keeps it nice and hot. As you can see, it really has thickened up. There's my potatoes. Look at that. Yummy. So, the end result, y'all. There's my sausage gravy. You can put it on biscuits, but I like mine on toast. It's quick and easy. Toast is easy, but you can put biscuits or toast. And my fried potatoes. And my new slippers that I got for Christmas from Kyle and Caitlin. And this one over here lurking, waiting for there to be leftovers, which is not going to happen today. So, hope you guys enjoy. Happy holidays. So, I'm just checking in. I forgot to tell you guys because the video did not work right because I'm a dummy, but now I know how to work it. I had this size bowl full of the baby carrots. I did not cut them up. So it's probably like 3/4 of a small bag. And then I did 4 celery stalks cleaned and cut and a whole onion. So as you can see, everything is melting and cooking and it's gonna be yummy.